everyone, it is Liam Caddison here as we react to Lucifer. This is the unlucky number for Season 3, of course, episode number 13, and I'm excited to continue from the last episode, especially since we had a bit more information regarding Cain after that big reveal at the end of episode 10, where we found out his motivations, why he sent Lucifer in the desert at the end of Season 2, and what he desires, which... that took a bit of a bleak turn, of course, with him wanting his immortality situation to be rectified and for him to finally rest in peace. And we had Cain and Lucifer form an agreement to fix that situation, to screw over God like God screwed over the pair of them, to put it in Lucifer's words. So it should be very interesting to see where things go from here onwards, though I still am going to keep my eye on Cain, because whereas I do believe everything that he said in the last episode, especially his desire, because that is 100% honest, I still feel like he might fill that void in terms of, you know, main antagonist for Season 3. Especially since Season 2, Charlotte was a very, very interesting character because she had that genuine love. She did care for her children, though she had nefarious intentions, of course. And Season 1, we had Malcolm, and he had a very, very interesting layer to his character with his experience in hell. So I still feel like Cain is on my suspicions list, like he might pull some kind of betrayal or something on Lucifer, especially if this moves him forward to fixing his immortality situation. So, but we'll just have to wait and see what does happen. But like I said, it should be very interesting to see where things go. So, with that said, let's get into episode number 13 of Season 3 for Lucifer. Let's go.
Devoured by wolves.
Yes.
Dropped into helicopter blades.
What the heck?
I've been trying to kill myself since the Bronze Age. I've tried everything. Even jumped in a volcano once.
What, you survived molten lava?
Yeah, it was a rough 6 months. It's just whatever I do, I just regrow.
Kind of like Captain Jack Harkness.
Tapeworm. Something like this. Ouch.
You backstabbed him.
Because that little bad boy was forged in the bowels of hell.
That's not gonna work, though.
Oh yes, demon.
Has Marcus tried watching the Kardashians, actually?
Take a look at that house.
Keeping up with the Kardashians, because that might do it.
Could help me with that. Did any of you hear or see anything out of the ordinary this morning?
No, I mean, I heard that wood chipper going, but I didn't know.
Because you were right next to it.
No. Everyone really loved her.
I've got my suspicious side on me today.
We just
This should
got
be
many
fun.
petties together.
Don't worry, this is a safe place.
Why are you doing this?
You think Linda's gonna be happy about
the
this?
mystery of how to kill you if I don't understand you first. Your strengths, your weaknesses, because everyone has a kryptonite, Lieutenant.
Wow.
As I came up through missing persons in Chicago.
Oh, great. We could really use your experience on this then.
Yes, I too would love to learn everything about your experience.
Sure. Decker, why don't you pull the original death certificate? There might be something there.
You got it.
No, this is
I know
about
what
killing
you're trying to
Cain.
If you mean solve a
Cain's gonna
mystery,
kill
then yes.
Lucifer in a minute.
And with you and I work.
Recipes for synthetic chemical compounds, all filed under the label K-pop. It's a kind of music, right?
Oh dear, poor Daniel, so behind
BTS,
the times. K-pop is a
BTS.
kind of ecstasy. It's one of the best kinds, actually.
Oh, BTS is an ecstasy.
And Lord knows I could use a distraction.
Oh, well, I have been trying to make changes, you know.
Oh,
new leaf
no.
And all. Hasn't been easy, but I'm glad
Oh,
it's finally
goodness. Oh, goodness.
Oh, something's coming through, all right.
Oh!
You smell incredible.
Gun, your boss.
Get rid of him.
What is it with people trying to avoid me today?
Oh, we got a hallway fight as well. Look at the shots. I'm loving this.
only trying to help.
Help?
Oh, you, the lieutenant. I'm a giver, damn it. And now you are gonna help me.
I don't think it's going to be as simple as this, though.
Necessarily known for your kindness.
Thank you. And you're right. I never forgave Sandra. But not for stealing, for leaving. When I found out she was still alive, I begged her to come back, but she said no. Best cook I ever had.
It's not connecting.
Let me have a look at that.
Oh, Lucifer, please don't mess with it.
This is corrupted.
What does this do, anyway?
Stop shaking it. You're gonna break it.
No! Oh!
You're right, detective. It does help to know
Oh, okay. Well, my heart still twinged because I'm, you know, it's an instinctive reaction when it comes to technology breaking.
And now
It is a house for rent on Sandra's block. However, the owner will only rent to couples.
Great, you and Lucifer are on it.
No, I'd love to.
Yes, Decker.
Dan, too.
So find another officer with knowledge of this case to go undercover.
Oh, don't worry. We already have.
Wait.
Guests! Right, Brian and Anya, this is Mark.
Oh my goodness! I ship it.
This is my chance to really get to know you, Pierce. I'm taking it seriously. And
That's
so should
it,
you.
though.
For our cause and for the case, obviously. So,
Two
let's
birds,
just get
one
in there and
stone.
put on a good show, shall we? Just
Plus,
don't
he's
give me a
wearing that
resting
like
face
Superman's
first.
cape. Just saying.
Now, whatever you're into, I have heard that it's can be empowering. So
I just feel so bad for Dad. Okay.
Well, I'm into it. If she is.
Take it, Dad. Just take it.
Our realtor told us.
Yeah, it's horrible. Huge loss. We're kind of one big family around here.
Well, most of us anyway.
I am kind of
Some the
being a bit
neighbors can be
suspicious on him.
little tight.
Ah, come on, babe.
Maybe.
Guys don't want to hear about that, right? We're here to welcome them.
Hear about what?
The neighborhood watchdog. Someone has been writing notes and terrorizing the block. Trim your hedges
Like
or else.
someone
Stop using non-organic weed
terrorizing
killer or I'll make
her?
you drink.
I told you my deepest secret.
Yeah. Sorry. I thought it was you I was attracted to, but turns out it's just my old life. And I'm not sure if I want
It's
to
that
go back
aura,
there.
aroma, isn't it?
Hey, look, Dan's probably still into it, though.
Thanks so much for dinner.
Plus, this is kind of painful with the whole Amenadale Linda situation.
Oh, hello. Did you come for your casserole dish?
Hands up.
Oh boy.
I lost 40 pounds.
Okay. So you're saying you didn't write that threatening
Yeah,
note?
that does seem a
that's not
bit
even my
coincidental
memory. Look, so
to.
sloppy. Of course, what do you expect from someone clueless enough to put a whole body into a wood chipper? What? I mean, saw before you mulch. Everyone knows that.
Really? And if you're not committed, then there's no point to us even being here.
The only reason I'm here is because I have to be. Everything else is just an empty promise. You have no idea what you're doing.
Guys?
You say you're a man of your word. But you're not.
Where the hummus is or whatever. But he does care about what matters, like solving this case. He can't do it without you. He knows that.
Does he?
And there's
Yes.
like a
He does.
reflection
please,
with Chloe
get
and
back in
Lucifer
there
to this.
And get those signatures.
Right.
Sometimes Chloe's had to endure Lucifer's shenanigans.
You may be the only person on this planet who truly understands me. I'm not ready to give up on that.
And it's good because, see, all of them are.
Actually, I think it's time for us to go, dear.
But we just got here.
Yeah, no, but we really
Need to go.
Brian, please.
He's
what
being
are
a
you
bit
doing?
suspicious.
Brian.
Yep, it was Brian, wasn't it?
What you guys are trying to do here? Hey, Brian, just relax.
He was acting
okay? Just
shaky
calm
at the
down.
dinner scene.
You don't want to hurt anyone right now. You're not a killer. You're just protecting one.
Oh!
You wrote the threatening note to June. We accused your husband, but he must have recognized your handwriting when we showed it to him. That's why he didn't want you signing the guest book.
Oh, shit!
You know? She hit her head, but I didn't mean to kill her. I just
My
didn't want you
goodness.
to leave me.
But he wasn't having an affair. June was his drug dealer.
It's true.
And this
I
is
was
all
buying
going to be
pills
all
from
for
her
nothing.
to help me lose weight. For you, so that I could go back to being the guy that you fell in love with in high school.
Oh, this is messy.
I like you, Shirley. You are unlike anyone I've ever met. So if you need time to sort some things out, I can wait.
Oh, that. Like, that.
You're worth it.
That deserves everything right now.
So, I heard the divorce
He's
went
just
through.
been unlucky.
What are you gonna do with your half a...
Everybody's gonna die. Someday you'll die, and I just...
Yeah.
Oh,
Losing your brother
speaking.
is still really affecting you, huh?
Understatement of the millennia.
I understand. I do.
Speaking about losing
And about
Chloe,
tonight,
like
it's
the
not a
curse
big
of
deal.
immortality.
I get you.
No, you don't. But you've been on the earth, what, 5 years? You'll see. It's hard not to get attached.
That's it, though. You have to take it
Okay,
from
so we
his
both have some issues
experience.
that we need to work through. But if we're going to get revenge on Dad, we've got to be committed.
I've already married you. I'm not sure how much more committed I could be. Fine. Go get the chainsaw.
I thought you'd never ask.
Oh my goodness. I love these two. Like, these two have such a good dynamic. It's just so good with, like, with Pierce's annoyed, like, his annoyed take and Lucifer's flamboyancy. It's just so good. And it doesn't help that Tom and Tom, they both managed to pull it off. They both managed to compel such great acting. So, yeah, but I really love those two. Like, and this episode was pretty fun, especially, you know, seeing the dynamic between the pair and whatnot. So, and the case of the week was pretty interesting as well, but seeing the dynamic in terms of, you know, what is really going on with both Lucifer and Cain and them posing as well, like posing with the residents, it was pretty fun. Yeah, I loved that episode because it was just so fun, and the chemistry with the two Toms was just wonderful. And there was some really great moments, especially, I guess, learning a bit more regarding Cain, especially since Lucifer's been trying to deduce his kryptonite, which was slyly put there. And, you know, we had that bit at the very end, of course, where with Lucifer and Cain, they talked about how there is that loneliness there, and that is the price of immortality as well. Like, it is very, very, you know, sad when you think about it. When you think about you know, seeing everyone die, that curse of immortality. Everyone you love will die, and you are left to wander the earth carrying that burden, and that is what Cain has been doing. He can't get attached to anyone because of that. But you've got like a Lucifer who's willing to help. Well, not just willing to help him out, but, you know, understanding their relationship as well. So yeah, it was pretty sad as well. Like with having Chloe confront Cain, and you hear that I guess Abel's death still affects Cain. I believe that is 100% true. And there is that torment that lives on with him, within him all of this time. So yeah, but yeah, we've got Lucifer and Cain, you know, with that being Kane's vulnerability, that I guess loneliness. They need to spend time together, and they have to keep bonding like the couple that they were. But it was just so great seeing them to like play the couple, and that scene where Lucifer and Kane reconciled after Lucifer stormed out was kind of heartwarming as well. And I think it's what both parties needed to hear. There is that sprinkle of truth, and it's not just, of course, to keep things calm at the party. There is a sprinkle of truth right there. So yeah, and then Lucifer delivered with a kiss. So I don't know if I ship them two or not, but I don't know. I think this episode was kind of pushing things with Lucifer and Kane, more so than Kane and Chloe, if anything. So yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. It's just them two have such great chemistry. Like I said, you got Tom Welling's I can't even attitude with Lucifer, and then Lucifer's flamboyancy. It's so good, and it works so well. So, and this episode did give a good opportunity for them two to shine together, so it was really good. But we learned a bit more, like I said, about Kane, especially with the ways he died, and some very, very gruesome. Yeah, we learned about his previous deaths, and he's tried every trick in the book, but nothing can, make him kick the bucket, essentially. So, as Lucifer said, with him being alone, Lucifer's going to spend time with him, especially in order to figure out how Kane meets his end. So it will be very interesting to see what happens there. But yeah, it was really good. Like I said, the whole act of Lucifer and Kane posing as this married couple was just really, really good stuff. Especially since we had that dinner scene, and that was the first, I guess, breadcrumbs to that woman being the killer, all because things got a bit sloppy, didn't they? Because Brian was only wanting to lose weight, and he did a lot of other innocent things, whereas his partner jumped to conclusions, and it's not like she did this on purpose. She even said it seemed like it was a bit of an accident, but the notes were not accidental. So, yeah, but it was still something, though. It was just great. It was just interesting. You had Brian as well, like looking after his partner as well because of the handwriting. So, that's commitment, and I think Lucifer and Kane, they can take a page out of that book and work on that for their future. Like, especially if Kane is to attain his resting in peace, he's got to work with Lucifer, and same with Lucifer really as well. Because I thought that scene with Chloe and Lucifer, when Lucifer stormed out, was kind of nice, like, especially since there are kind of sprinkles with Chloe and Lucifer's relationship, especially, given the last episode when Chloe was done with Lucifer's shit, and them two inevitably got back onto seeing eye to eye, I guess. Lucifer will do stuff that is not on Chloe's radar, but he's still very, very effective. It's the same with, Lucifer and Kane. Like, there might be stuff that, Lucifer might lose his patience like he did there, but Chloe's got a point. He wants to catch the person, and bingo, we did it. So, yeah. So yeah, but I think there was some wholesome moments, like the nachos bit. There was a little bit of sprinkling of wholesomeness there. Like, I don't know if I'm just I don't know. I think I'm beginning to get on board with this Lucifer and Kane ship, to be fair. So yeah, but it was still very, very wholesome. I loved the hallway fight with the K-pop music as well. That was going on in the background. That was so great. Like, the visuals were really nice as well. But yeah, I'm just getting myself a bit more immersed into K-pop, especially with BTS. Woo! So yeah, it was really, I thought it was nice, like, not just the music, but of course the scenery and the fighting as well. I'm a sucker for hallway fights anyway, so yeah. But yeah, I thought the Charlotte and May situation was a thing that came out completely out of left field, to be fair, because it's not something that you'd expect. But I was on board with it, especially with how Maze was so infatuated with Charlotte. But they have different set minds, whereas Charlotte wants normality to sink in because she's been fighting that battle, especially with her experience of hell. Normality is not really that is not really there in a sense for Maze. So yeah, but I do kind of feel so bad for Dan as well, because this is falling out from Amenadale and discovering the kiss between Amenadale and Linda, and with Dan, he just wants to move on. He just wants to be happy, and there is that threat that Maze is taking that happiness away from Charlotte. So Dan is not able to catch a break once again. So yeah, so I do feel so bad for Dan in that aspect, but it was a bit funny to see from Maze. So yeah, and this is it. She's still adjusting at the end of the day in terms of being humans. So yeah, but I thought this was really good, like, this episode, because it had some really fun moments. There was some wholesome moments, but it was great to see the bonding between Lucifer and Kane, and discovering a bit more about Kane, about how he's died, about that fear of loneliness, and how cruel immortality can be. Like, this is it though. As I was saying in the last episode, you can say, like, there are people who fear death, and immortality is a gift, but it's also probably one of the worst sins possible because of what Kane said, because of the fact that he could get with Chloe and he'd have to see her wither and die. Like, if they had children, he'd have to see them wither and die. Grandchildren. It is a very, very heartbreaking curse, immortality, because you see your loved ones die and it just leaves you without your humanity at the end of the day, because how can you love? Because what's the point if I can't love them? And yeah, and that's it with Kane. Like, people he gets close to, there is that curse that he'll lose people he'll get close to. It could be friends, it could be lovers, but that's that curse there at the end of the day. And with someone as I guess supernatural, like Lucifer, compared to your ordinary human, there is that chance that, especially with some of the abilities Lucifer owns, them two can, work things out, and hopefully for Kane's sake, Lucifer will find a way. So, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, I thought this was pretty fun. Yeah, it was really, really good to see. Like I said, the chemistry was just off the charts with the two Toms, in my opinion. So yeah, but yeah, this was Lucifer episode number 13 of season 3. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!